Hello, everyone. Today we're looking at coins that I picked up from a recent coin show. All of the coins in this video are going to come from the dealer at this booth, Clarksville Coins and Stamps. That is Clarksville, Tennessee, and he has uh, apparently he's been a long-time dealer, but fairly new as far as just for over the last year or two at coin shows, and so he's got a lot of good things, and he has several totes of coins which are advertised for $1 each, and everything in this video is going to be something that was pulled out of one of those bins. And since I am a frequent customer and I bought what he said a handful or more, he gave me a discount. I'm not going to tell you what the discount because I don't want him to have to honor that for anybody else, but it did make it quite nice here, and we're going to dig in. He did say, though, he had some $1 actual US $1 coins inside the bin, and if I was going to pay for them at a discount, to not pick those up. That's pretty obvious because then I'd be getting them for less than face value. Not going to do that. But otherwise, we're going to go through these in the order that I looked them up. We're going to start with this coin from Tunisia. It is very well worn, but not one that I've seen before. This one is actually I had seen it before, but it's pretty rare to find some of these older Tunisian coins. This one is 10 centimes, so this goes back to when they were a protectorate of France, and it even says that around the edge here. Of course, you can see the date of 1941. When we flip it over, this is the side where I can't read anything. But it's going to be from from our calendar 1941, the Arabic calendar 1360. This one is KM 267, and I'm going to give a book value for some of these. The book value is $1.25. This is zinc, which of course tends to have some pretty lousy corrosion. Another similar coin from Tunisia. This one is older. It's 25 centimes. This one's easier to read on this side, although as you can see, it's very dirty. Protectorate Française, 1920, 25 centimes. Flip this one over, and there's one little spot on there that hasn't corroded, but this one is actually made out of nickel bronze. So the Arabic date is 1338. This one is KM 244, book value of $1 in this condition. This coin is from Egypt when it was the Arab Republic. This one is an FAO coin made out of aluminum. And apparently in Arabic it says produce more food on here. This one shows the Aswan Dam on the Nile River. And of course you can tell it's the FAO coin with the corn and the wheat. On the front here we've got a rise or sunset over the water in the background. Flip this one over, we can see the value of 5 millimes. This one has our calendar 1973 and the Arabic calendar of 1393. KM number 433, books for 35 cents. This is one of those cases where the coin was so dirty I didn't recognize it or knew I had it. It's not one you really see all that often. It is from Hungary, say 2 filler from 1943. KM 519. And in this condition, I'm going to say that book's for 10 cents because that's just kind of gross. This scalped edge coin is going to be 5 millimes. This one is from Libya, 1965 in their calendar. It's 1385 and it's KM 7. This one is a little bit dirty on that side. This side looks better, I would say. But just as a reminder, even though that looks like it says 1970 right there, their 6 looks like a 7 and their 5 looks like a 0. So it's really 1965 on our calendar. So anytime you see that design on a coin, that means it's from Libya. And in the dirty condition, I just said this one books for 10 cents. This dealer had some silver in these bins. So here we have the Canadian 10-cent sailboat design from 1965. This one is KM 61. And this was from a time where it was 80% silver, which means they actually determine the silver in their coins pretty easier at math than what you would normally find. So it's 0.06 ounces of silver in each of their 10-cent coins. So this specific one was only made for 2 years. And so I believe this was the first year with this second portrait. And so yeah, this one only lasted from 65 to 66. And it was replaced with this silver coin, which does have a little bit more of a shine to it. This one is the coin from 1967, or KM67, as the centennial coin that for 1 year. They replaced the design of all their coins with animals for a centennial design. And on the 10-cent coin, they replaced the sailboat with this, which is a fish, maybe a mackerel, but I don't know my fish for sure, so can't say that for sure. The one thing they did, though, was in the middle of the print run in 1967, they reduced it from 80% silver to 50% silver. And there are some people that will tell you that they know how to tell which is which. But to be honest, I'm not sure any of those are reliable. They say they know. That might involve counting all the beads that go around the edge, but really they tried to hide the fact that they did this. They didn't tell anyone until after the fact or until people figured it out. So you could nick the coin and get a silver sample like that, but then you damage the coin. But these are probably only selling for spot anyway, so anytime I pick up one of these, I'm just going to assume that it is 50% silver, and then I'm going to assume this one is a book value of 80 cents of silver. The last one that we knew was at 80%, I said was $1.25 of silver. So there you go. Here we have a bimetallic coin from Ecuador. This one is a 1-year commemorative. Now, the Ecuador currency is the Sucre, and it's named after the person portrait here, Antonio Jose de Sucre. But in 1997, they honored the 70th anniversary of the Central Bank of Ecuador on this bimetallic coin. So when we flip it over, here's where it says 100 or 100 Sucres. This one is a 1-year coin, KM 101, books for 50 cents. The outside ring is stainless steel, and the middle is brass-covered stainless steel. So most of the coin is made out of steel, except for the middle, where brass covers up the stainless steel. So it's not all brass through the middle. Here we have a coin from Uruguay. This one is, as it says, the República Oriental del Uruguay, 1959, featuring Artigas. This one's going to be 10 centésimos. KM 35, and in this condition, books for $1.50. Now that I think about it, the coins in this video, I must have sorted them by the size of the coin as they slowly get bigger. That's not including a small number which were in flips in his case here. But here's another silver one. It's a little bit bigger of a coin. This one is from Germany. It's during their Weimar Republic days. A little bit corroded on this side. Maybe you like that. Maybe you don't. But 1 mark from 1924, J Mint mark, KM 42, and this one is it's only 50% silver, which means it's got 0.0803 ounces of silver. They only made it for 2 years, but this one, even in this condition, since you don't see it all that often, has a book value of $5. So up to now, that's the best thing we found so far. I think this one's going to be the last silver coin of this video. This one is, of course, an Olympic commemorative with the 5 Olympic rings and the Olympic flame behind it, and the Japanese characters. So this one is a 100 yen, showing off the 1964 Tokyo Olympics. It's going to be KM79. It's 60% silver, so a silver content of 0.0926. Gives it a book value of $2.50. Here is another Canadian commemorative coin, quarter, 25 cents. This one is for the millennium. They released a different quarter every month. This one is KM381, and each quarter out of the series honored a different attribute of Canada or Canadians, and this one is achievement, or in French, realization. I'm guessing that's how you pronounce that in French, but I guess we feature a rocket shooting off here. So this one is going to book for 50 cents. I don't know that I'd ever seen this coin before, but this one was actually, he had 3 or 4 of them in his bins. This one was, I guess, the least dirty of them all, or least corroded of them all. And I think it's interesting that you have this eagle with the wings spread out as flat as they are, with the sun in the background. This one's going to be from Afghanistan and is a value of 2 Afghani. The date shown here is the Arabic date of 1340, which on our calendar becomes 1961. And let's see, there is the number 2 of their number system, so it is the 2 Afghani. This one is KM 954.1, and the 0.1 means that it has the standard coin orientation where you flip it over this way to keep it heads up. The 0.2 KM number of this has the metal alignment where you would flip it over like this and find it upright. Although this one seems to be kind of a little bit of a die rotation. Maybe that's fairly common on something like this. Only books for 30 cents. Here is a 10 drachma coin from Greece. This is a 1-year coin featuring Pegasus, which, if you've never heard of that, is the winged horse that we see here. This is going to be from 1973, and so here's a more common Greece symbol of that design of an eagle, and Greece in their language is the Hellenic Republic, or democracy, which is what it says around the edge here in Greek letters. 1973 KM110, books for 50 cents, and if I didn't say it earlier, it is a 1-year coin. Some of these old Chinese coins are so difficult to figure out where they're from. And this one has the dragon, and I'm forgetting even which side is up. I guess that side is up, I guess. Of course, it's damaged with the hole on it right here, but there are a lot of coins that look very similar to this. If it was a coin minted for national use, there would not be this little circle in the middle. But the circle instead gives it a mint mark, and so the mint mark itself wasn't very well shown into it. It looks like almost like a cross or a plus with a couple little slants coming out of the side of it on the left side of that. But that mint mark means it's from the Fengtian province. This is a 10 cash coin from circa 1905. It's going to have a catalog number of Y10E. During the Qing Qing Empire, Emperor Gengzhu, and it is a made of copper. Books for 50 cents. This 8-sided octagon coin is with the palm trees here. The 3 palm trees is going to be from Iran. Has a date of 1980, or on their calendar 1400. KM 147. Flip this one over, and it has a value of 250 fils. This one books for $1. Here is a coin of a territory that was ruled by France. That's what we can tell from this design in 1952. Flip this one over, and it tells us that this is the French territory of Oceania. And I hope I'm pronouncing that right. This is a 5 francs coin made of aluminum, KM4. Oceania later became known as French Polynesia, and you would know them as Tahiti and Bora Bora. And this one books for 50 cents. Here's a coin from socialist Romania, and I point out the socialist because during this time, when they changed from socialist to whatever else they were, republic, some of their coins kept the exact same design. This one is large enough where you can actually see the word Romania written on the crest that is on this side. From 1978, move this one over, and it is a 5 lei coin, and it features a lot of industrial looking things here, like the gear that goes around the edge of it, and maybe things like oil derricks there in the middle. This coin is KM97 and books for $1 and is another 1-year coin. Here's a large aluminum coin from Monaco featuring Louis or Louis II, Prince of Monaco. And it is aluminum. This is a 5 francs coin from 1945. This one is KM122, another 1-year coin. This one books for $1.50. When we saw this design earlier, we realized it was from Libya from 1965. Same thing here. This one is going to be the 100 millimes from that year. Their calendar, 1385. This one is KM11, books for $1. Here's a coin from Nicaragua as it's written on the flip, and these next few are in flips. So this one is the 5 centavos coin from 1943. And what I like about some of these Nicaraguan coins is the sun with the 5 mountains that are on the back. I think that's something pretty distinctive for the Nicaraguan coins. This one is KM21, and it was the only year that this coin was made in brass with a plain non-reeded edge, if you can see the edge on here. This one books for 75 cents. Next coin also from Nicaragua, also 5 centavos, but a much older design. This time it has the 5 mountains inside the triangle, and only a 5-year difference, but 1938 gives it a much different look. Flip this one over, and it has just the words written out on it, like we would see on a lot older of a coin. So this one is 5 centavos de Cordoba, or 5 cents of a Cordoba, as the Cordoba is their dollar. This one is KM12, books for 50 cents. We are back to Monaco. This one features Rainier III, Prince of Monaco from 1950. This one is a 20 francs. This one is a mix of copper and aluminum, KM131. You see the logo or the words across the bottom say Deo Juvante, which translates to with God's help. This coin actually has a book value of $5. This next one came in a flip, and everything written on here is wrong, so we can ignore that. Although I do think it's interesting how this was part of the Albert A. Goulet collection, whoever that might be. But that's not the coin shown here. That one said Germany. This is a coin from Peru. From Republic of Peru, 1961. It is KM 227. Very tiny coin. Un centavo. This coin is made out of zinc, and it's rare for me to find a zinc coin that has not just turned all corroded and gross and black and sometimes even white. So this shows the original, some of the original luster, which is great for a 60-year-old coin like this. Has a couple of spots around the edge, but I can live with that. This one is KM 227, books for 65 cents. Here we have a coin from Hungary. This is the 1 pengo from 1942. Kind of a dirty aluminum coin. Hungary, they call it a Magyar. This one is KM 521, books for 20 cents. One more Canadian commemorative coin. This one features the 2008 Olympics from a series that features specific Olympians. I take that back. It features specific sports, not specific Olympians. And so it was made in 2008, but it celebrates the 2010 Vancouver Olympics. So several years in the making here to get this one. And that is snowboarding, I guess freestyle snowboarding. So this one is KM 768, books for 50 cents. I decided to go ahead and purchase one proof quarter from the United States series where they made one proof quarter from every state. This one comes in a Littleton coin envelope, so it stayed sealed, but I like the extra fine cameo look of this one. It has the S Mint mark, which means that it's San Francisco Mint, where they only make the proofs on modern coins. And I got it because not enough of it shows to the window here, but this is the Tennessee quarter, and that's the state where I'm from. So I have plenty of these, but this one is my first proof one in a Littleton little envelope like that. So no, not sure how much they would have charged. Littleton kind of is known for overcharging a little bit on their coins, but I wasn't paying Littleton's prices. I was paying the secondary market prices. So to get that one. The dealer also had some tokens, and so I'm going to finish with 3 $1 casino tokens that he had. This one is Caesar's Palace. It's a $1 gaming token for use by player only, dated 1969. It shows the king being fed grapes on the back or on the top, and then we've got the 4 columns here of Caesar's Palace. Acceptable only at Caesar's Palace. And I do find that kind of strange because they're all about the same size. I guess that's because they make the slot machines about the same size. But this one is very similar with the lady feeding grapes to the king, to the Caesar. This one is 1980, but it's the location at Lake Tahoe, Nevada, I should say. And I just now noticed it has a Franklin Mint mark right there above my thumb. That's the M with an F coming through it. $1 gaming token acceptable only at Caesar's Tahoe, Lake Tahoe. So this would still probably be worth $1 if you were to take it to Caesar's, and I'm not doing that. Our last one is going to be an MGM Grand $1 gaming token from 1993. This one has a stylistic look of a lion. A male lion with the mane really coming out there. But this one features, I guess it's a mascot named Wizzo. So Las Vegas, Nevada. Featuring the top hat, the big mustache, and the tie there for MGM Grand. All right, so anytime I have a video like this, I don't add up the value of tokens. Well, I did this time. I just assume they're all worth $1 each. And so we have a total of 30 coins that I picked up here in this video, and the book value, when you add them all up, is $32.75. I, of course, got a discount, so I didn't pay $30, but so I am definitely happy with this purchase. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.